So let's build a new version that's collapsible and just using scraps around the house. And we hit it with a football last year and broke it. And I have a design for a new one kind of worked up in my head that's collapsible. We'll actually be able to store it, and it's all going to be made out of scraps we have laying around the house. So I have all this pipe that's just sitting around, left over from the previous owner's greenhouse that, like I said, I can't do away with hardware and materials. You never know when you're going to need them. So what's happening? Little Shermie. All right, he needs to play, but real quick.
I'm gonna take this bars, or these bars, and use these as a coupler. So I'm gonna cut a bunch of couplers, cut the bars to length, and grind off the galvanized material so I can just tack weld them together where I need to. And this is what we'll use to make our tree as well. I'm gonna reuse the brass rods over there.
We'll get going with that in a minute. Okay, after gathering the scrap supplies, we're going to cut that pipe to length, 16 inches a piece, and we need 6 of them. Okay, now we need to cut 6 couplers, which is just a little bit wider diameter pipe, but first we needed to cut a little scrap of wood with a notch out of it to make it a little safer when I clamp down the pipe outside cutting it with the grinding wheel. After cutting those pieces off roughly with the cutting wheel, we'll use the miter saw to cut them to 4 inches each, all 6 of them. After they're cut, using the grinder to clean up the ends. There's a project for another day, but now we need to grind off the galvanizing and mark the line where we're going to weld them. And with a Sharpie, we're marking 2.5 inches down. That's where we're going to grind around to make sure we have enough clean area to weld with. We'll come back with a scratch awl and mark the line where we're going to connect the coupler and the pipe for tack welding. I always need more reasons to weld. So here we're welding the coupler to the pipe to come up with our 6 sections. Heading back outside, we need those brass rods. And the way I built it last time, they're just kind of zip ties and these little screw clamp things. I need to get all of that bird's nest of old Christmas lights, and only half of them work anyways, cleaned up, get those pipes off so we can take them inside and make use of them. Okay, making use of more scraps. I have these 2x6s left over from some part of the camper build. Can't really remember exactly what, but 2x6 is 5.5 inches across, so I'll make some 5.5 inch squares that will shape down, drill some holes on the 4 sides, and mount the brass rods inside of. quickly, we mark the location for the 3/8 inch hole that will accept the brass rods. And we'll basically mark that center on all 4 sides of all 6 pieces. And now over to the drill press, mount in the 3/8 inch bit and brad point bit and make a quick fence so that it seats up the center each time. Set the depth and drill all the holes. My drill press wasn't strong enough for this, but drilling a 1¼ inch hole for those pipes to go through. Instead of squares at each section, let's make that shape a little more pleasing, and we'll mark off an angle on each side and then find something round. You might recognize that from another YouTuber, but make a little arc with that cutting wheel and we'll cut it off on the bandsaw on all of them. A quick sanding and then we'll hit it with some white paint. Now that the paint's dry, we need to fit the wooden section to the pipes. Alright, the brass rods, the hollow brass rods, are already cut to the lengths we need from the previous tree build. So now we sort them out and fit them in the wooden blocks. The hole's a little tight with the paint and all, so we go back to the 3/8 inch drill bit. And it's kind of hard to say for me for some reason. And go in and kind of drill out the paint to make a better fit, because I do want to be able to take this thing apart each year, throw it in a box or wherever until the next Christmas. Now that the brass rods will fit, let's do a quick mock-up with this big old thing in my tiny little shop. And that's basically it. All those little sections make up something that looks like a tree. Now we need to get all the old wire connectors off, and we're going to use these book rings through the hole to mount the Christmas lights to. That way I can take them on and off a little easier than zip ties and what I did last time. Can't leave it looking galvanized, so hit it with a little white paint, and then in the spur of the moment I figured I'd make it look like a candy cane, so we'll do 2 white and 3 or 4, I forgot how we did it, but alternating white and red. Now let's knoll out those brass rods and put the book rings on each of them. Every Christmas tree needs a star on the top, and this is gonna be a really ugly one. Basically, I needed a plug on the top that would seat over the very top pipe that we cut this little cross channel in it, and it's gonna hold the lights on as I wrap them around the tree and going over the top. Time to put a Christmas tree in the yard. Let's get this ridiculous thing put up. We wrap Christmas lights all the way down the pole, and then as we put the brass rods in, we'll work those light chains going around some sort of decorative pattern, and it kind of helps hold the shape of the tree since there's a lot of play in that. Maybe we'll do some more work on it next year to tighten up those pipe sections. And here it is. At night, all lit up, kind of looks like a tree. And it was fun to build. It was all out of scraps. Didn't buy anything. We had the lights. We had all the stuff sitting around. Thanks for watching. Merry Christmas, and I hope you have a great holiday.